Hello, today is October 6th. We're going to get in the hives today, give them a little feed, and see how they're doing. This top box, we added just to see if they would draw any more comb. It don't look like they've really done anything to them.
The purpleized.
Yeah, they put a lot of propolis on the top edge. They started drawing out on this one, it looks like, I think.
It looks like it.
Maybe not. I think that was just the heavy wax we put on it. So I'm going to just set this box to the side.
Oh, hello, ladies.
Now, we haven't fed them in 2 weeks. We haven't got in the hives in 2 weeks. So there's no food in their feeder. They've got plenty in the frames, though.
And they do, too. They got this one drawn out quite a bit.
I'm going to spray a little bit of smoke down in their feeder, and I'm going to set this top box to the side. Hopefully they get out of the feeder while it's sitting. I'm definitely getting them worked up a little bit by smoking them. They've got these two boxes pretty well propolized together. That, and they got a lot of weight in this top box. So I'm going to see if I can smoke a few of these down. Looks like they've started drawing a little bit of bridge comb on the top of these.
Oh, look at that. Finally drawn it out.
This outer frame, I think this one's been drawn out for a while. They just ain't put anything in it.
Be careful tilting it.
They are actually now working on filling it. The outside still haven't. They're starting to work on drawing it now. This next frame looks like a honey frame. And there's some ladies carrying some pollen around in here. So the one side of this, there's a few that they're filling with nectar. That side is capped.
There's a little nectar. And we got some sirens going by. Don't hear them a lot.
So there's several ladies on here carrying some pollen. I ain't got good sunlight to see.
You come down here.
This was a brood frame of capped brood, and it looks like they're backfilling it with nectar. So this side's the same way. And right here's a bee that is working on emerging. I'm going to bring this over. So right there is a bee working on emerging out of the cell, and there's one down here too. I guess I should have showed the ones that are bringing in pollen too. So this side is a lot of capped brood. Some not capped yet. And then the back side of it looks like to be nectar and honey.
Backfilling.
I don't like that they're backfilling their brood chamber so much with honey. They'll end up getting themselves honey bound. Down in here there's a lot of pollen and bee bread. Ooh, sorry bees. I may have slipped and bumped some. Hopefully that's all I did. And there's the queen. And this frame is mostly bee bread, but I see eggs. There's a little bit of cap still on it from before.
Oh, the lady's coming down.
I'm going to go ahead and get this frame back in. The queen, she is
on the bottom.
Very moving around a lot.
She's
running.
quick.
So we have a swarm that lost the queen, and I'm still debating on what to do with them. We caught it. They was in rough shape. We brought them home with the queen, and the queen did not make it. It's awful late in the year to try to get a new queen. As I go through them today, it depends on how many drones I see in the boxes. If there ain't drones out, if we do get a queen for that, she ain't gonna ever get mated if there's no drones. There's larvae and a bunch of cat brood on this frame. Wonder, the lighting ain't great, but I'm gonna bring this frame over and see if you can see the young or large brood in this area. There's a lot of cap brood. This stuff in here is bee bread. If we were to take any frames for that swarm, this hive would be a good candidate.
Would it?
Yeah. But I haven't seen any drones yet. This one's a mixture of honey, bee bread, and larvae on both sides.
You want me to go zoom in?
You can go over and see if it's showing up on the camera as I show them. So this frame on this end, is it showing up in the camera? Yeah. Is larvae or brood, young brood. The capped ones here is capped brood. Then down on this end, the ones that have the orange or brownish colored stuff in the bottom is bee bread, and the ones with the clear looking liquid, that is nectar that they will turn into honey. And this side, there's a lot of bee bread. There's some brood also. I don't know if this hive, they really don't need any more feed. But I'm going to go ahead and give them the jug we already mixed up for them today. But I think before we add any more, I'm going to double check on them, because I don't like them backfilling their brood chamber. This one is mostly bee bread.
There's a lot of brood on the other side.
Yep, there is some brood, and they're backfilling the one side with the bee bread. Trying to look around and watch for any drones. I think they've already kicked them out of the hive. This is a pretty full hive of bees. I'm going to set the beetle trap to the side, standing up somewhere so it don't leak out. And these bees are already getting a little worked up. So this one looks like it's brood that they're backfilling.
And a lot of beautiful nectar.
A lot of nectar and a little bit of pollen.
That sun's shining beautifully on it.
This side is brood, and they're backfilling with bee bread. So they've got tons of bee bread. There must be a fall flow, because we ain't gave them any food in 2 weeks, and there's a lot of fresh nectar in there. There's a lot of bees right here with pollen. This is pretty much a pollen frame or bee bread on both sides. So I'm going to get this hive back together, give them their food, and hope they don't get pollen or honey bound because of how much food I've gave them.
Well, they had the top one that can work too.
Yeah, but it's hard for them to draw much wax this time of the year.
That's true.
Even though it looks like they have drawn some recently. Come on, bees, out from underneath the frame.
Don't forget to put the other beetle trap back.
Yeah. These things are starting to get mad at me. But I have been in their hive for a little while. Oh. a box full of honey can have a little bit of weight to it.
A little bit.
There's still a few bees, not many, down in their feeder.
Did we ever look at the honey?
I'm going to take a quick look at the honey. This one seems to be pretty empty, but both sides are filled up next to it, both frames next to it, so I'm going to come back to it.
And be careful with the
beetle trap has been propolized into place.
They got it drawn out.
Well, this one, I believe, was full of honey the last time.
Maybe they're moving it downstairs.
I think they're moving the honey down, like you was just saying. I'm going to set this to the side.
They have a little cap here.
Oh, they've really propolized this.
They've really drawn it out too. That is beautiful.
That's all empty, so it looks like they had some bee bread or something up here that they've moved out. There was a beetle I had to dispose of. And this is the one I knew wasn't drawn out, which they have drawn a little bit on this side. I think that side had a small patch of honey.
That one's pretty.
This one has a lot of weight to it. That's some beautiful.
There's a beetle.
Here.
I'd rather tear up a little honey.
So this is an extra thick comb of honey. So that's nice, beautiful, thick honeycomb. And I keep walking right in front of their flight path.
Wait till you see the next one.
Is it another good thick one?
No, it's pretty.
My gloves are wanting to stick to the propolis. You want to pull this frame out and look at it?
Oh, good grief.
This side's nice and thick, and
That is beautiful.
both sides is nice and
I don't want to kill any ladies.
it's the next couple frames from the top looks the same.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just glance down at them because we've got some mad bees.
Yeah, we do.
This next frame is real dark.
Look at that propolis. Good.
Look at how much darker that is.
Yeah.
That's a good full frame on both sides.
That's mine.
The next frame is looking about the same.
Is there any on the bottom?
Oh, I may just trapped a bee. It's out now. It didn't get squashed, it just got trapped. So that next frame is all drawn, and then the last frame
It's About 60%.
Uh,
Maybe 50 on this
a little
side.
better than 50, but this side has just a little bit. So I don't feel as bad. I think they can definitely use. They may not need it, but they can definitely use more sugar water.
They were doing a beautiful job with that comb.
This propolis makes it hard to slide these. Come on, be out of there before I squish you. You stuck in the propolis? Okay, it's out and doing good. We jumped into the feeder.
Mm.
So we'll put this frame back in.
Have we even fed them yet?
Nope, we haven't fed them yet. I'm going to put the beetle trap back in. Even though it's here before long, I may take these out and clean up some of them. So now they're going to get their sugar water. And hopefully, as long as we've been in here, we didn't start any kind of feeding or robbing frenzy or anything. It don't look like it yet. They're a pretty strong hive, so if another colony tries to, they should have a good chance of defending them all.
Guess so. Best close it up.
For now, I'm putting this box back on. There ain't much sense. I need to take it off here soon, but for today, it's going back on. I think Hive 4 was doing better about drawing their extra box.
Is that wax?
No, there was a couple beetles and some other bugs that got smashed. I'm cleaning out real quick. So that will be it for Hive 1. We will see you on the next hive. We are now at Hive 2. I'm going to try not to spend as much time in this hive. They are definitely got a few bees in the top. Looking over the inner cover real quick.
They got some honey in there. That's awesome. Had to eliminate a threat to the hive real quick. Little beetle was on the side. Huh.
Oh, and as I picked up that frame, I rolled some bees. So now there's one flying around that ain't happy with me. I don't blame
This one I got nothing on it.
Yeah, the outer, this one is actually starting to draw some of it out because the second one in has a little bit of drawn. So there has to be, it had to have been a little bit of a flow. I don't know if it's still going on or not. So this one they've been filling up with nectar. On both sides, actually.
They got some brood down here.
I want to think that this was all empty the last time we was in this hive. On that frame. This frame has brood and eggs. And capped eggs. Or capped brood. Oh, this side has emerging brood again. I'm going to take this over to the camera. Not many left on this side to emerge.
Yeah, I just got a whiff of the smell they were talking about with the goldenrod.
So, there. That one's starting to, but those are bees emerging out. And the wind's picking up out here today. I'm not sure how much that's going to affect these mites. I'm spending more time in the hives today than I was meaning to. Now this is a frame of brood on this side. That is a frame of brood. It's actually got younger brood, not capped yet. But this side is a lot of capped brood. And I just hit the hive tool across some honey and opened it a little.
Awesome. That's my cue to walk over there, because that tends to get them quite upset.
Yeah, bees don't like it when we break open their honey.
He broke open the honey and I get 6 stings.
This has a lot of brood on it. That's a beautiful frame. Both sides look pretty good. To reduce time that I have the frames open, or the box open, I'm going to just glance down in these next ones, which this next one is mostly capped honey. Kind of wonder, I'm going to raise it up to see the bottom better. The bottom half is brood. Actually, more of it than I thought was looking down from the top. And it's the same way on this side. This side has a lot of brood. And the last frame in the top box, they're filling it full of bee bread and nectar. This side's mostly nectar. So I'm going to go ahead and get them closed back, or put back together, feed them, so I can get them closed up. Some of these bees almost seem like they want to get in the way. I don't see a whole lot of sense in getting into the bottom box of this one today. We've seen every sign, or most of the signs, that they are queen right. They are doing good. They've got, I've seen pretty much every stage of the brood. I've seen honey, seen pollen, seen bee bread. So based on just the top, these bees are good.
And he wonders why they're mad at him.
They don't come after me when I do that. They usually get you.
Yeah, touche.
Sorry. Shaking them out don't hurt them any. They may not be happy about it though. As soon as I start pouring sugar water, one dove in. Oh, good, it came back out. Well, it was working on coming back out. There it is. Why'd you keep going back down in there?
Because it tastes good.
Well, it just come up over the top edge. So that gives them another gallon to eat or store or
Draw out comb.
hopefully draw out comb, but that's not very likely this time of the year. But hopefully they get some. There may be a bee or two on this inner cover.
Which we haven't changed out yet.
I've got an extra one up in the house I got and got ready, but no, I didn't bring it down with us today.
He doesn't want me to have any propolis. There's a threat to on your left hand side.
Now to avoid smashing them, I'm gonna get them mad. I'd rather be mad than to hurt them. Not very many came off.
Bang it on the side of the front or hive. There you go.
There's still a few there. Hopefully they'll stay out of the way. And I've got them a little flighty now. Just a little bit. So that will be it for this hive. Hopefully they settle down here shortly and go back in, and they've got food for a while now, so we'll see you on the next hive. We are at hive 3 now. The last hive I said I was going to try not to spend as much time in, but I still spent a bit. So we'll see if I can spend less time on this one. There's a lot of bees in that upper box. I'm going to just look down in here. I want to think most of this upper box is not drawn, if I remember right. I want to see evidence of a queen. While I'm looking at a few of these, you want to smoke
These
the feeder?
That one's drawn.
Yeah, I think from here over is drawn. I think the bottom's the same way. They only did half the box. This one, they're working on drawing. A little bit of drawn comb, not all the way drawn out. This side of this next
They got
one
capped.
is, they're working on drawing out, but this side's capped honey. I want to see evidence of the queen laying or something, but I ain't gonna worry too much because this one's actually, unless something's happened in the last couple of weeks, she's been a good queen. And I've got brood on this side a little bit. Older brood. Some uncapped, some capped. And this side has eggs, young larvae, and bee bread with a ring of honey around it. So the queen's in here. She's been laying.
You want to hand me the jug while you do whatever?
You want to go ahead and feed them away?
Are you
Get a few more?
Are you getting in the bottom?
No, I'm not getting in the bottom. I've seen what I need it to. And this bee is stuck to my glove because of the propolis. Come on. Okay, it's doing good now. But since you're going to be doing that and I'm standing here, I'm going to look at the next few frames. Oh, that is a heavy frame of honey.
But now I can't pay attention to it.
It's just a solid frame of honey. This side has a little spot that had brood before that they're backfilling with honey. This one seems lighter, but nah, after picking it up, no, it's not any lighter.
It's thicker comb now.
The side facing the camera right now is all filled with nectar that they have not capped yet. The side towards me is all capped honey.
Didn't spill a drop. I
This
lied.
one, I think that's all freshly drawn. They're working on filling a few spots of nectar in there. And the side that was facing the feeder is still undrawn. So, I didn't see a whole lot of young larvae and brood, but I've seen some to know the queen is in here. I'm going to hope the bottom box looks better as far as brood. But I've seen evidence that she's in here. So I ain't going to disturb them a whole lot and go through everything. So I'm going to just get them closed back up. There's a lot of bees in one spot. Wondering if the queen wasn't in there, but she's not. Just a whole lot of bees on an undrawn comb. They were sitting on the ground next to another one, so they may have just moved off this one onto that one. But they've got a few on here too. So it's all back together. I'm going to center the frames a little bit better, and then that will be it for this hive.
Are you going to put an entrance reducer on these?
I will at some point. This only has the, instead of 3/4 inch opening, it has a 3/8. I've got this block of wood here that I'm going to put in there to give them just a little opening on the side when it gets colder.
Supposed to get down in the 40s next week, unfortunately.
Yeah, they don't have to be reduced that much for 40.
I do.
I do need to put the board, because this is a screen bottom.
Flip it around.
I can close off the screen bottom on this one, which I'll do that once it gets a little colder. But that will be it for this hive. We will see you at the next one. We are at hive 4 now. This one we put a empty super on the top also. I have a feeling they haven't done much with it. I'm going to check a few frames. There's a lot of bees up here though.
Yeah. It looks like they've done a little something. Not much, but...
I want to think that might have been there before, but they may have drew a little. This next frame they haven't done anything to.
Oh no, that looks awful nice.
There's a whole lot of bees on it though.
Look at this one.
This backside of this box has got lots of bees. Which one? This one?
Yeah, this one. Okay, it must have been light.
The next frame they have drawn a tiny bit, which I think is what we've seen before.
No, they've stolen it.
Actually, there was, you can tell it was being worked on drawing out, but I think this side's drawn a little bit, but I think
There's a...
It's a piece of dirt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta make sure.
So it looks like they started drawing this out, but it looks like they're using the wax somewhere else now.
I'm okay with that.
I'd rather them be well stocked up on the bottom side, because I figured this would not. they would not draw this out this year.
They took all of it from the back and front.
Not all of it, but they have.
Okay.
Some.
My bad. Like 98%.
So we're gonna set this off to the side.
Did you break it?
I didn't break it loose yet. You can hear that propolis when it pops loose.
Shit. Shoot.
And there's a lot of bees.
Sorry.
In this top deep. You want to do the same as we did last time?
Can do.
They look like they have a good amount of honey in this top deep box. They also have a few bees.
One or two. Up to the,
And we also have a few hive beetles. This one I probably is my worst one with hive beetles.
sorry.
Alright, I'm going to set this frame off to the side. You need the sugar water yet?
Oh, I don't know. I got sidetracked. No, the bees are still in there.
This frame has a little bit of weight to it. It's got a mixture of honey and brood. Different stages of brood at that. It actually looks like they go anywhere from eggs up to capped. She's been doing circles around what's capped. You see them down in there?
Oh, I was looking.
Oh. This side has a lot of brood on, capped brood on it, with the top half being honey.
Alright, give me the...
So I've already seen that the queen's still in here laying. So I've actually already seen everything I need to in this hive. I'm going to look at a few more of these frames. This is some thick, drawn out comb. Oh, this side that I've now turned towards you is a lot of nice capped brood. It don't look like they've been backfilling much on that frame yet. I've actually got two what looks to be drone cells.
Huh.
There is some brood on that one side. There is a queen cup, but they haven't filled it or anything. And these are those two frames I've came across before that are stuck together. They've built bridge comb between them and tied them together. I'm going to just leave them for now. They've done it in the middle of the frame. Another full frame of brood. There's a queen cup. Do you see anything in there?
No.
How about the one second? Or there's actually three of them.
4 of them. 2, 4, 5 5 of them.
Anything in them?
Nope. You want me to take them out?
Not until we're sure the queen's in there. Well, we are, because I seen young larvae. Would you like the hive tool? They must be getting ready to swarm because they haven't accepted the top box yet. Right.
Ow.
Do you get stung?
Maybe a little.
How can a bee sting you just a little?
Because I'm not going to whine about it. Until I'm not mind.
So this one, they're filling full of nectar. It looks like it used to be a brood frame. This side's already capped honey. We got one more frame in this top box.
Should we put some of the empty ones from that into this?
They're different sizes. Ooh, that's a heavy frame. That's, at least on this side's all honey.
All honey on this side.
Nope, yep, so both sides look... Actually, the side towards me has more. This one has a little bit of empty down in the bottom. This side over here is full of capped honey. Thick capped honey at that.
Was that comb or was that another queen cell?
It was honeycomb.
Okay.
So we'll get this hive closed back up. I'm not a big fan of having that many queen cells.
I have to keep an eye on you, ladies.
Oh.
It's not the time of year.
But I don't think I scraped that over far enough. Or pushed it over far enough. I got this outer frame is where they was chasing all the hive beetles to. On the back corner. You know what? This top box only has one beetle trap. They're not going to be happy because I think I rolled a couple because that frame's so thick next to it. So I'm going to get this top box back on it and we'll get it closed up. There's a couple hive beetles. Protect the bees from the hive beetles and then eliminate them.
What you said?
That will be it for this hive. We're going to get it closed up and move on to the next one. We will see you at the next hive.